Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwarah, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, 17th chapter, Shraddha Traya Vibhaga Yogam, Sloka number 11. Together we will read. Shri Bhagavanu Vacham Aphala Kankshibhir Yajnaha Vididrushto Yayijjate Yashtavyameveti Manaha Samadhaya Sasatvikaha. The faith in everybody's heart, in their mind, is of three kinds. That is Sattvika Shraddha, Rajasika Shraddha and Tamasika Shraddha. In order to explain this particular doubt of the Arjuna, Bhagavan Sri Krishna is taking up 5 aspects of the Shraddha. The first he already explained about the puja. After the puja means individual way of worship, individual at the Vesti level. Then in order, Bhagavan suddenly jumped to the food, explaining about the ahara. Now for our convenience sake, we will keep that ahara, we have discussed already, in the last. Because puja, then presently in 11th shloka, what we are seeing in the last class is the yajnam. The difference between the puja and yajna is a samashti. Keeping in the view of many people, doing in a public way, either in the temple or personally, but making many people to involve. And then ahara last. Then Bhagavan later going to tapas. He is going to give elaboration more than any of these topics to tapas. Then dhanam, maybe ahara we can keep in the last or in the first itself. In all these 5 aspects, if we understand, then we are understanding the whole way of life. Because everything is included in this. Now, in this 11th shloka, the topic is about the yajna. The broad meaning of the yajna I have given that it is another name to Vishnu, another name to Ishvara, and the life itself is a yajna, a performance, or instead of saying performance, a sacrifice. In yajna, what we do generally, we sacrifice, put lot of things in the Agni Kunda and all that. Or we will give away our wealth and any other cattle, all those things, even gold, we will give away. So it is a sacrifice. That is the broad meaning of the yajna. Now, coincidentally, in the Yaksha Prashna, the last question in the last class which I have seen is about the 5 kinds of yajnas. There the question is asked that even the person having so many other good qualities, looks like good quality, seems to be good quality, generally no one can blame him. He is very good, he is healthy, he enjoys Indriya Ramaha, like that many things. And Sarvabhuta Hitaihi. Then Pujitaha, people will respect him, revere him, many things told. But in spite of all those things are having, but he is considered as the dead, even while he is living. Ushvasvannapi mrutaha. Why? Why we say like that? Shastra says like that. Then only Dharmaraja can answer. So he given a correct answer. Who doesn't perform these 5 yajnas? In that Deva yajna, Daiva yajna, Pitru yajna, then he says Bhrutya. The new word it likes for us, because we generally in 5 yajnas we never talk about that. We say generally Bhuta yajna. But there specially mentioned Bhrutya. In that it means Bhuta yajna only. Near, dear, surrounding, dependents, domestic, animals, everything included. Then Bhrutya yajna. Then last he says 5 one is Atma yajna. Atma yajna, one's duty towards. Yajna means actually duty. That's why if anybody is generally saying, this is my duty, I am going to my duty. So you are going to perform the yajna. Because it is a responsibility of you. You must do, you should do. Then if that is the concept, then whole life, the day, whatever we perform, everything comes under the yajna only, because it is my duty. Wherever, in whatever way, in whichever place, in whichever responsibility you are. So this is the wider meaning of the, if those Panchamaha if person is not performing, then he is considered as the dead even while living. So that's why Shastra, but here Bhagavan going much away, he pulled out the meaning of this yajna from the general Vedic concept. That's why he wants to say the attitude, the volition of, see, whatever action you do, if it is yajna, what is the volition of your mind behind it? So we have already saw the Satvik yajna. Bhagavan says, who performs this yajna without any expectation, without any desire, without keeping any agenda. It is just my duty, that's all I have to do. Yashtavyam eva, I have to do it. Iti. So in manaha, in the mind, this is the volition I should do. What I get? No, I won't get anything, I don't want anything. If at all the phalam comes by itself, Chitta Shuddhi will come. It will give. You need not ask. If you say and do for Chitta Shuddhyardham, nothing wrong. It is not considered as the desire. Chitta Shuddhi itself means getting rid of from the desires, no? Getting rid of from the raga dvesha. But he performs this without any expectation as scriptural injunctions, whatever the scriptures prescribe, in that way, in the name of particular those devatas or whatever way. Ijjate. And the important point in this shloka is with full interest. So I am not going to get anything. Bhagavan said, Shastra is aphala kangshibihi. Don't keep any agenda. Okay? Any petition before going to do that. but do with manas samadhaya. Two meanings we can see in this word: with full interest, with full concentration, with full involvement. But much more than that, what Shankara says, the meaning manas samadhaya is for the purification of my mind. Or another meaning he gives, I have no any desire agenda about the dharmartha kama moksha, dharmartha kama. The first three purusharthas, I am not having any desire about to get something either dharma wise or artha wise or kama wise. No, that is not there. If that is the attitude, it is called mana samadhaya. My mind is already at peace. My mind is already free from desires, desireless. Then I do joyfully just to express my joy. The joy is nothing conveying the gratitude, thanks. So every action is a thanksgiving. That's why if you really absorb this point, our domestic work, our any other commitments never becomes a problem. When there is a selfish feeling, ego comes only, then if you calculate that this much I am doing, they were not respecting, or they were, that all comes in the actually the second next shloka. Quite opposite to this is a Rajasic way. Let us read now 12th shloka. Abhisandhaya tu phalam dambhardhamapi shaivayat ijjate bharatasreshtha tam yajnam vidhi rajasam. Abhisandhaya tu phalam. By keeping the agenda in the mind. There, no agenda, no desire. Phalam, adding the expectation of the result in your yajna, doing for the sake of punya or for the sake of phalam, maybe I may go to higher lokas, because this loka has got problems here. Comparatively in Swarga or Pitruloka, the people are very, they have got their powers also. They are able to bless us. Our Pitrus are able to bless us. If they go to that plane of existence, they will have extra powers. Not only that, Jara Vyadhi you won't get there. And even Marana you won't face like this. You are just given a return ticket and send you back. That's it. You won't. We hear the stories in the Puranas. Devatas are all defeated. God defeated. We never hear the Vayu Devata died, Agni Devata died, Indra. No, they have got hits. They may become sick also in one condition. They lost all their strength and power, but we never see their they dead. Same way about the rishis also, nowhere how their life ended, nowhere it is said. So generally that's why we should not ask the Rishi Moolam, Nadi Moolam, all that we should not ask. Therefore, Phalam, higher lokas, there you won't get any, and no one will say anything on you. That means you have freedom. Anytime you can get up. Yes, Like here, you have to get up morning and you have to do the Sandhya Vandanam, you have to do the Surya Namaskara. No, they need not do. No one will say complain or anything. How much you want to enjoy, you can enjoy. Total freedom is there. But unnecessarily, again, their over desire beyond the again limit, stress passing, and so because of that expressing the illegitimate kama or krodha, then everybody is having powers there. Therefore, the other person will curse, they will give shapa. Therefore, Apsarasa also can give shapa, Menaka also can give shapa. Once it happened, Arjuna got shapa. That's why 1 year he has to be like a, in the form of the, what do we call in English them? As transgender. Okay. There is some other word. Okay. Eunuch. Eunuch. So, that is the point. She cursed because she desired Arjuna. Arjuna said, you are like a mother to me. So we speak from our language of the Bhuloga, but they will behave in a different way. So such kind of stories also we'll see. Anyhow, this is the desire about the Paraloka or Ihaloka also. Still I must become much more richer, I must become much more popular, like any kind of those things. And behind all this, what is the another character there? Dambha, show off, for popularity, to become my name famous. Dambhardham, phalardham and dambham. That dambham, for the show off, in the name of the dharma. This is all dharmic actions only. Doing yajna is a dharmic action. But in the name of dharma, in the name of the temple program and all that, they collect the donations and funds. How the fund will come otherwise to the temple? Generally, the olden days, this temple concept is not there in every yuga. Only worship is there, yajnam is there, but these temples are not there. Even in Treta Yuga, I think very rare. There only Kuladevata is kept in the, even in the Raja, that any Rukmini went and worshipped with the Devi before she is getting married to the Krishna, all that there. That personal temple will be there. A special place, but not for everybody because she is the queen. So, the temples were not there. So, but now temples has come. Here, most of the ancient temples are, some dharmakartas are given. The kings were given a lot, lands, jewelry, everything they provided. So, parampara, traditionally, the people are looking after the temple. Every work of the temple is done by the family's generations. Even they say for Perumal in the Periya temple or Tirupati, even the Padarakshas should be stitched by only one particular community. Particularly for Periya Perumal, everything new things they have to do. And the dresses who are washing, the washerman community, they were same families, generation. They do like as a seva. For them, food is not a problem. Their survival is not a problem because Jamindars, Rajas are taking care. People are not having over desire those days. They consider that this is a good opportunity for us to do this seva. In the same way, only the dancers in the temples also, they were dedicated their lives. So some are without getting married, they were live like Devadasis. They are called Devadasis, but later on the Devadasis are misused by the other local people, either the rich men or the kings, and that has become like a perverted version. Otherwise, they were dedicated to the temple. Or everybody need not to, but some are without marriage, they will only performing to the for the sake of Lord. Morning, evening, nrityam. What a great tradition, but all now are misunderstood, misused and misplaced. But in this juncture, we have to say now present context. But Bhagavan talked about this in the Treta Yuga. But keeping shortly, Kali Yuga is going to start. But that time also, then what is the message? Whatever the yajnas you are doing, don't do for the sake of, so I have done so many. Suppose Ashwamedha Yaga, so many did. Mainly keeping in the mind to go to Swarga, to get a highest padavi. And people all will praise that, see that person. Now, nowadays, so last year, 3 years back, that Swamiji, that ashram, they did performed a very big Chandi Homam by keeping the 1,000 priests and all that. So it becomes more advertising type, and for popularity's sake, dambha and earning the money through this kind of this thing. I can say many more things. It is important also. I will say 2 more things, 3. The people who conduct the Bhagavata Saptahas or Gita Gnana Yajnas, most of the time it is to raise the fund and to get more money. So therefore they will fix the price of it. If I want to come and take the Bhagavata Saptaha, which are very popular and famous, they demand 20 lakhs because I have a lot of big projects in my ashrama. So, okay, to fulfill your projects and to do, whether that project is good or bad, we don't know. But you demand the money in the name of telling the story of the Bhagavan. There are people ready to give that much, rich people are there, because in their mind it gone that more you spend, and if you do a Bhagavad Saptah in a very big way, you will be recognized in the society also, and they praise you, plus you will get lot of punyam. All these things are there. So anyhow, the common grihasthas doesn't know much. They are only listen to this acharyas, mahatmas or mathadhipatis, all that. But they were all also misused by this. Then that yajna, where there is money involved more, money needed to do the yajna, that we accept. For that all you can, who are all interested, they will share, then talk to them, decide and then do it. Don't expect that some more profit will be there, we will get. Some institutions, it is like that. Through each Gita Gnana Yajna, this much money should come to the central office. It becomes so compulsory and compulsion and pressure on some of the Swamijis belongs to those particular organization. Ultimately, they have quit the mission, ashramam, the institution. There are many examples are there. Because they are keeping some target. through this yajna in this place, you have to collect this much at least amount. But either local development sake, development once again temple, again another school and all that. This is how. We are not criticizing that, through that some goodness happening in and around, but what Bhagavan says here. So like this, still I will tell you a simple thing in most of these temples and everywhere. Tickets. Okay, why you keep ticket? If you have ticket, then only we can control the crowd. And if you keep the different types of tickets and higher, so crowd can be controlled. To just that is the only reason? No. They want to get more and money. Now in every temple, the accounts are all misplaced. Either Sabarimala temple, jewelry, Padmanabha Swami, because in some of the regional states, the temples are all under the government in the name of the endowment board. Then they are really spoiling the culture, the money, everything. So then because of that, these people have to find out some other methods, and they are doing some other. Somehow temples are existing. Yes, it is for the sake of the whole society. One temple should be a folk lighthouse like, or dynamo like. The whole village, the whole district, the whole society should get the inspiration because of they visit and come and go, all that. But when it becomes a business, then what we can call it? So very much it gone to down to the bottom. Then VIP darshanams. Who is VIP in front of the God? Is it not that you are insulting the God? So the VIP passes. Another side, they say this is Uchita Darshanam. In Tirupati, the board is that is a free darshanam. That means what? No, Dharma Darshanam, they kept name, I remember. Oh, this is Dharma Darshanam. Then those who are all buying 300 and above and all those things are the Adharma Darshanam. It is understood. But that common sense they won't. Anyhow, we need not too much poke the nose into all that. Are we caught up in any such kind of things? That much only. We cannot change and bring the now entire this thing. It looks like we are non-required, like different specimen, like they will see if we talk like this. They cannot understand. We are talking, studying according to the Bhagavad Gita. If we understand, that is okay. You live like that. That means what? You never try to get some recommendation to go to the Lord. Never try that. Why? You take your own time. If you can stand and go like that, peacefully go. Without any grumbling anywhere, anything. Otherwise, don't go, sit outside or somewhere and think about that Lord. How peaceful it is. So this is all got dhambam. We want to go, but there we will make noise. We will fight. Then we say that we went and came, we went to Tirupati, we went to Guruvayur or somewhere. And once, twice going. Paying 1,000 again, another 1,000. No? Okay, temple gets money, that is different. You give for the temple. Temple needs, you give as your contribution towards the society. Now I will tell you to conclude this particular sloka. I told temple like a focus lighthouse. it should. Daily, those temples, they should perform the yajnas only for the sake of the entire humanity's prosperity. But if you see in the most of the temples, moderately good temples, if the people book for Ganapati Homa or any particular occasion comes, they perform. Right? Generally, in nowadays, even Brahmanas, Grihasthas are all forgotten to do yajnas or Agnihotras and all that. Temple, at least morning and evening Agnihotram, why you can't do in the name of the, on behalf of the temple for the whole society? No, you won't see anywhere. If 10 people gives the money and books, this is also coincident. Just yesterday only one announcement came, no? Newly, this is a new concept. Okay, you are Gnani, you never see the WhatsApp. Okay, group not necessary. Okay, doesn't matter, you will come to know slowly. That is for good purpose or what purpose? No, what I am saying is a temple. Annadanam should be there. So those days, given all the lands, riches, prosperity, everything, looted in course of time. Temple lands are occupied, temple surrounding premises are occupied. Now to just acquire, to vacate those people, it is a big challenge in big temples or Srirangam or anywhere. Everywhere business, they entered into the first prakara inside also temples again, because people wants to buy. Then what sanctity will be there? Everywhere compromising. This compromising and doing something is a Rajasika way of yajna puja running. And satsangam should be there every day in every temple. But generally, no, any teachers or acharyas are not getting a proper place to conduct the satsang in any temple. I tried few places in the beginning, few years before. And even one famous one, Swamiji told, don't conduct the satsang in the temples. Because there is that too Vedantic and this kind of. Once in a while, if they call somebody and ask him or her to tell Andal Kalyanam, then that 1 week goes very nicely. What about other days? What you are doing in the temple? Temple is closed always. Many temples are opened because we have to open the temple. Recently I saw in Hyderabad or where I went, Hampi side, that some places. Given by rich people, big place, big things, so many gods, so many things. Hardly 1 or 2 are there to visit the temple. Somehow they are managing it. You keep on do it. Don't expand further. That is another problem. Somebody given something donated and you put it that as a source of income to maintain and run it. Don't expand. Unnecessarily doing this and doing that. In the temple they changed everything as a marble, we'll also change. Renovate and don't expand unnecessarily. Maintain whatever is there. If that is not done, all these things comes under the Rajasic way of religion and this yajnas, all that. Okay, now I think you catch the point. If you think, you will get many more examples. Then in 13th shloka, Bhagavan says about the tamasika yajna. Vidihinam mantrahinam shraddha virahitam yajnam tamasam parichakshate. This is called as the parichakshate, told, declared as the tamasika way of yajna. What is it? First of all, no any scriptural injections are taken into consideration. Vidihinam, no, they never follow. And not only following the Shastra's injunction, but they do against to the Shastra's injunctions, quite opposite. Vidihinam and Vetirekam also. Contrary to the scriptural injunctions. Then next is, that means what? They themselves decide and keep many things extra add in the temple according to the people's interest, or like that they do. For example, I have to say here this Vidihinam. I told in Tamil classes somewhere, generally in our traditional big old temples are some 1 century behind or below the 1 century. No Navagrahas installed in the temple. No. Rishis were not encouraged or told that. Rishis means 100 years back, whatever Mahatmas, that tradition is not there. But that is now also followed in the Vaishnavas' famous temples. Either in Srirangam temple inside that complex or Tirupati, you won't find Navagrahas there. Maybe near little outside somewhere. Only Garuda, Hanuman will be there.
But they have Sakatara.
Rama is there. They are
Instead of
installed now installed.
everywhere it is. Sakatara.
Chakratalwar, no.
Represents Navgraha of the Lord.
No. Represent us not like that. They keep known
That type of
Surya, Aditya, Chandra, Buddha, like that. As for my knowledge, maybe some later, that's why. Then slowly it came, strictly some Deshranchi, because once there is a Perumal is there, the Lord of the Lord, why to keep all that? Now you see many other temples, even so-called, I won't mention any names, they recently, 10 years back when I went, that is not there. Because crowd they want, some income they want. They want to show off that here also, that Thursday famous temple person is here also. If you can understand. Thursdays, there are now in every city, everywhere, some temples are very rush. It become throughout India. It's not a good progress of the Sanatana Dharma's indication. You may say many things about it. Then, so people are more here than the Mulavar. Naturally. So, all this kind of things, vidihinam. Then some temples are sacrifices, animal killing and all that. So many things, they just do it in the name of Murugan, Where it is said and why said, when said, we don't know. All kinds of, then we know, no, tamasic way of torturing the body and all that, it comes under the tapas, but it is involved here also. Vidihinam, asrushtanam, no annadanam, no giving the food to the brahmanas, no much respect to the brahmanas, or in many of those yajnas and performances temples, now non-Brahmins are only doing, and that is started encouraged by this anti-Sanatana Dharma governments. You cannot talk equality everywhere. And in some temples, then later on, still advanced, ladies are the pujaris. This is another perversion. That means this is all vidhi, shastra vidhi, ahinam, vidhi hinam. You can see so many examples. They think that is we are bringing the revolution. What revolution? What Veda said, what Shastra said, Bhagavad Gita said, you want to do much more than that? This is all dambha. We invented a new thing. We brought something new. Then that organization, that institution, that Mahatma, if he dances, everybody will dance. Whatever he says, he just follow it. They never think, they never use their discrimination. That's why crowd mass will be there. So mass can be controlled like that by that only. That's why those are following that method. According to Bhagavad Gita, they are all should be punished actually. But it won't. It is not. It won't please to the ears. You says. And asrushtana means they never give respect to the brahmanas. I will simply ask that how practical are temple trustee people will be there, 5-10 people, and good people, they want to maintain the temple in the name of trust. In the temple, pujaris will be there, 1 or 2, in even a very small temple. Some are a little aged pujaris also will be there, or younger. Any of these trustee, when they come morning, for some reason to the temple, when they see first time that Brahmana, do they do namaskara to the Brahmana? Even that Brahmana is elder than them? No. ஐயரே எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? புள்ள படித்து முடிச்சிட்டானா? In some other areas. In city, little dignified they will talk, but they never touch the feet of the Brahmana, because we are the trustees and he is just an employee, because Brahmana joined there for salary. When Brahmana joined for the job for salary, because that is the status now, otherwise how they will survive? If Brahmana says you give whatever you want, nobody will give nowadays. They will give 1 rupee and there is a betelnut and this thing. So in Bhashya beginning, Shankara writes, Brahmanatvam is going down. He is thinking those days itself. How many years back, Shankaracharya in Bhashya. So this Brahmanatvam to remind, to regenerate this Vedic Dharma knowledge, Gnanam, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Ishvara decided to teach the Gita. This is not to praise a Kula, Varna, Guna Brahmana. He is the Veda Swarupam. Next in the tapas it will come. Veda Swarupam. He has kept Veda in his mouth, in his heart. Somehow he wants to fill his belly, he is coming, doing, then you must take care of. His family should not crave for the money or suffer for the money. The whole temple or the trust must take care of. Then that Brahmana will be sincere. Then you will be respected. But that is not there. Word is asurshtanam, disrespect. Only there is no other way. Once if the Vadyar Brahmana comes to our house and some thing perform, then finally we have to give the sambhavana. While that giving time, we have to do namaskara. Whether he is a younger or smaller, we don't see, we should not see Brahmana. That's it. Once in a way, but never they do. They won't respect. That's why asrishtanam. That means they never give the thing. Then mantrahinam. There won't be good chanting of the mantra. Shankara writes swara, varna lopas are there. Wrong way of chanting. No good people to chant. In some houses are like that also. Simply my father chanting, so I learned. Who? They are traditionally pujaris only, but they never go to the Gurukula and learn perfectly. Mostly in the North India, you won't get this kind of systematic and correct pronunciation. In South only now it is at least surviving. North everywhere, whatever way they want, they will chant. Because it gone like that, become like that, and no much. So the child learns from the father whatever mistakes he do, he learns that and he will continue to do that only. Because not gone for Vedic studies, Patashala and learn. Then it's not like mantrahinam. And then adakshinam. They may call the Brahmanas and to do perform because they don't know anything. But they won't give proper dakshina. The fixed means you have to see that according to this, and in that also there are again each Brahmana, in them we must know that their qualification, their all that, not to degrade. For a Ghanapati and for normal Veda Patana Vidya, Brahmana, you won't give same Sambhavana. He is so much with strain, studied for many years, and you must respect that also. No? Like this, they don't see all these things and they will bargain. They will bargain. So, adakshinam. Shastra also fixed, I think, some kind of, if this ritual is this much big and this is performed this like this much things, so you have to give to the Brahmanas, all that. Those days, Swarnam, so many different danas, Dhanadanam, Godanam, Bhudanam, okay, Annadanam, Vastradanam, so many. In that, Brahmana also has to do Danam, Vidyadanam. Vidyadanam, because he knows many things. And that's why some really traditional, some Brahmin families, people, they never go for Parohidam, this kind of making the puja in temples and all that. Nowadays, because after studying in the Gurukula, Veda Patashala, next how to earn the money. How to earn the money. They need not to live to the dignity of the Brahmana and teaching. So they never go. They do their anushtanam, they will be at home mostly, and because if they go for the Pauraityam, they lose their tapas actually. They lose their tapas. Such rigid some people are Brahmanas. If some people comes and ask anything, they will give good advice and everything. They will see the muhurtams, they will see, no calendar, Sanskrit, they will tell. or any kind of medicine they will give. Or if people are listen, they will speak whatever. Then in that way, Bhagavan, whatever he provides, if people gives, he will live with that. Truptaha, contentment. Because no over desires. So this side also now everything unimaginable. What I am talking are like that, but there are people still like that. Can be there. Or that bhavana attitude should be there. How long I will crave for it, like every average person. So mantrahinam, adakshinam. Naturally, they also have to fix the prices and tell before itself. And if you are doing like this bargain and all, next time they won't do with interest. They will also finish quickly and go off. And Shraddha Virahitam, all together, they have no any real faith. See, Dambhika people itself are like that, Rajasic people. These were still lower, and what Shraddha they will have. But somehow we have to make it perform. Shraddha means what? Respect is not there. No respect on the Vedas, no respect on the instructions, no respect on the Brahmana. If they, this is asrushtam, if they do, they cook little and they will only, few people, only their family people. It should be given to the public, unknown also. Okay, all this comes under the tamasic. In this one or two side more points, because I won't get opportunity again this particular topic to talk. No, what is the hurry? What is the hurry? How much deeply we can see in that what Bhagavan wants to convey. We should not take anything in our life freely. If I get freely, that thought should not be there in our mind. If you are really a good, sattvic, religious, spiritual person. But for everything I cannot pay. I cannot pay. But I can pay it because that person won't take it. It won't look nice if I pay back like that. But in some other occasion, in some other way, somehow you compensate it. It is a tendency of the human mind. If anything is freely available, free means immediately we will be attracted. That's why that kind of advertisement, buy one and get one free. No. In any aspect, then if it is there like that with the Guru, Guru never ask or do anything, expect, but you do seva, you do any other way, see what that Acharya Guru requests. Like that, they say, keep it a rule like that. I should not get anything free in my life, because you have to pay it later, even next life. Why you want to get freely? What is that attitude? A government announcing for poor people something also, it is only a vote attraction. Capture the votes. Free. That concept is wrong. They may give, you may get it, but you pay back. Think whatever way, in whichever way. Then finally, this Ashraddha Virahitam, all that. See, in Puja Archana time, actually, if it is Archana with the flowers, you should offer a flower full as it is. Not taking one petal and throwing. You call Vilakka puja of many people, and you buy the marigold flowers and make them all petals separate and ask them to put it. That is not. If it is a flower, means it should be. If it is a grain, akshita means a unbroken grain. Kunkuma, okay, either little or more, that is all. But particularly this, if you want to give one fruit without cutting or anything, no, I will break the coconut in my house and bring one and give in this temple and another take in the other temple. This fragment in half, this shows that you want to, finally you have to offer yourself fully. But I offer, concept is that's why mano pushpam, manasika pushpam. Whatever my mind is carrying, the vasanas, this, that, everything I am offering to you. So, Shraddha, but in the common, this kind of performances, they cannot do. Time factor, dravya lopam, kala lopam, all are there. He has to finish off. So okay, instead of throwing like this, at least this is better. They follow that. But that's because you are in hurry. You want him to do Ashtottara Archana for 2 rupees by telling the 10 Gotrams and 10 names of your family. What that poor fellow will do? So this is how the world goes. Bhagavan naming them, these are all you understand. Okay, with this 3 types of yajna also is completed. Then 14th shloka, Bhagavan now taking up the tapas. He is going to give 6 shlokas for this tapas. 14th shloka. Deva dvijaguru prajna pujanam chamarjavam brahmacharyam ahimsa cha shariram tapa uchyate. First he is dividing this tapas. Karana drishtya 3 and guna drishtya 3. For us, actually, the topic main is guna drishtya. According to Sattva Guna, Sattvika Shraddha. So, Sattvika tapas, Rajika tapas, and Tamasika tapas. That 3 he will tell later. But now here, first of all, tapas he divides into the Karana drishtya. Kayika tapas, Vachika tapas and Manasika tapas. That's why I told Karana drishtya 3 types and Guna drishtya 3 types. Total 6 slokas. Very important each statement. Let us see little bit. Here was one word. Sharirika tapas. Tapas means what? Tap. Tap. Whenever you put something in the fire, whichever comes under the influence of the fire, that's get burnt or gets purified. If water is boiled, all the germs and bacteria, everything is salts are evaporated. And anything you keep in the sunlight, the dress will become clean and gets dried. Many things will become dried up. Like that, it's good. It's cleansing process. Tap, burning. And if the tapas is not there in the life, we will pata. If you read the opposite, this topic came in the Yaksha Prasna also. Pata means fall, tapa means rise. You rise because of the tapa, you grow. But if that is not there, pata, fall, downfall. Therefore, tapa means that. Generally, we say self-imposed discipline. I must take myself with interest and liking and do that. That can be anything. Now, basically, to see this kayika tapas, by bodily, physically, you need to do some tapas. For what? To avoid the three hurdles: alasya, nidra, pramada. Alasya, pramada, nidra. This is Bhagavan himself told in the Gita. Three obstacles for a spiritual upliftment. For that you need tapas. That is first at the body level. Body should not become lazy. More than required rest and all that, it should not become lazy. That's why nidra, alasya, pramada. Pramada means, those words are very important. Too much sleepy and too much lazy, procrastination, postponing, and then repeating the same mistake and again is called pramada. If you want to avoid that, you need a tapas. Now, first at body level, Bhagavan giving 8 things. One is, you do Deva Puja, Dvija Puja, Guru Puja, Prajna Puja. Puja word should be added to everywhere. When puja means respecting, revering, and physically you do namaskara, you do seva. By doing like this, you will be out of the laziness. First, Deva Puja. Suppose there is a owner of my house is my Ishta Devata, and first morning I have to complete my bath and cleaning, then I have to attend to him and lighten the lamp and all that. If that is there for a grihini or the yajamani, then they cannot get up late. And they cannot, because if they get up late, their personal courses becomes late. So naturally, it keeps you in discipline. But people, they do according to their own time and all that. After they took the wet coffee and this, that and all that, after watching few things in the TV, phone, everything, then we will attend the God. And Sunday, no need to get up early. Why like that? So that becomes then a way of life, and slowly children also will learn that, and all over this goes. So these are the Deva and Dvija Brahmana. Just now I told about the Brahmana. These are twice born, whoever has got Upavita. And that's why I told that example in the temple. No one will really respect and revere the Brahmana Puja. And then Guru. Here Guru means Guru, if you have anybody in your heart as a Guru. And then Prajna means elderly people. They may not be Deva, Brahmana or your Guru, but somebody. But he's elderly person. And Prajna means really he is a very knowledgeable person. Knowledge in sense, because of his age, he has got more experience in the life. So for the sake of elderliness, age, you should respect. And Guru means again here heavy. Here otherwise whoever great and more advanced in any other fields also. You must respect and appreciate at least. Pujanam we need not to do for everybody, but having that attitude. If you have all that and namaskaram doing to the God or to the Guru, whenever we see first time and whenever possible, how many times it is possible to do, so you will free from the laziness of your body. And then Bhagavan says, I will just tell the headings and stop. We will discuss later because very important points all this. Then Shaucham, cleanliness. Then Arjavam, straightforwardness. Then Brahmacharyam. Then Ahimsa. Total 8 things. If you follow all this, how then they can become a Kayika tapas. So tapas means we think in a different way. I will go to Rishikesh and 1 week I will do meditation. Or I will go to the retreat and some 1 week. Then what about your day-to-day life? That's why tapomaya jivanam. Every day, every second is a tapomayam, filled. It is a tapas only. It is yajna only. Very beautiful concept and description. We will see elaboratedly. All this together called as Sharirika tapas. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Hari Om Tat Sat.